Today I'm going to be hopefully repairing a leak on the rear seal of my transmission. The transmission in my car is a world-class T5. I plan to eventually upgrade it, but for now I'm stuck with this transmission until I find a suitable upgrade. That's another story. Anyway, I've got a leak and I've replaced the seal twice, and thanks to Brian Link over at Vintage Motorsports, he kind of tuned me into something I really would have never considered. I was frustrated and I was really looking at replacing the rear seal again, and he told me to take a look at the metal plug on the rear of the transmission yoke. So I sent Brian some photos, and he pointed out something I'm going to point out to you as well for edification of why he thinks it's that yoke seal versus the rubber seal on the rear of the transmission tail shaft. So as you can see, and I'm going to try to get in close here, this transmission is just, it's been spewing fluid all under the car. So one of the things I'm gonna have to do is really clean this up before I even start working on it. But if you will note, and I hope you, yeah, there we go, is you will see the seal, and particularly the weep hole, that little hole in the bottom of that rubber seal, is dry. But if you look up here at the yoke and the universal joint, there's staining. That's the indication where we think that rear seal, that rear metal cap is leaking. So we're going to we're going to remove the drive shaft out of the car. We're going to take the universal joint off. We're going to seal that up with some JB Weld. Typically I would weld it all the way up, but I don't have a welder, so I'm going to do it the easiest and lowest budget way, and that should hold it as long as I clean it well before I put the JB Weld on. Just a quick post-drive inspection. We did about 40 miles, ran it up to speed, and if you drive one of these, you know what I mean. I won't elaborate on in public, but gave it some spirited driving, and she looks dry. So we may have a successful fix here. Full disclosure, I did wipe away a little bit of grease under here because I took the opportunity to grease these U-joints while I had this drive shaft out. But that's it. I used Royal Purple Synchromesh in the transmission. I saw no purple on white paper towels when I was wiping down. So I think, at least for now, we have a successful fix. So we'll do a long-term review, maybe after I put 1,000 miles on it, or maybe a few hundred, to see how this is holding up. Okay, that's it. Drive them.